Welcome back to Life's Challenge. My name is Avital, and this week's Parshat is Parshat Shoftim. And Parshat Shoftim teaches us a very beautiful lesson about how we can work on avoiding conflict with others. Now, the majority of Parshat Shoftim, as the name would imply, Shoftim in Hebrew means judges, relates to the Jewish legal and governing systems. And so, for example, we have the appointment of judges, we have the rules for kingship amongst the Jewish people. They talk about prophets, they talk about cities of refuge, and also that you need multiple witnesses in order to convict someone. And so it's a very important and powerful Parsha that is very advanced for the generation in which it was written. And the video I did last year on Parshat Shoftim was about focus and distractions, and it was actually sort of my most viewed Parsha video, at least to date. So I highly recommend going back and checking that one out as well. But what caught my attention this year when I was reading through the Parsha was this verse that talks about the Jewish people and what happens when they're going to go to war with another nation. So the quote says, "When you draw near to a city to wage war against it, you shall call out to it for peace. It shall be that if it responds to you in peace and opens for you, then the entire people found within it shall be as a tribute to you, and they shall serve you. But if it does not make with peace with you, but makes war with you, you shall besiege it." And so here we have something interesting, because Israel, the Jewish people, they were preparing again to go up to battle against all of these nations, be it for conquering land or for resources, whatever it needed to be. They were preparing to face all of these nations upon entering the land of Israel. And they were told here that it was imperative that they first tried to merge peacefully with the people and before they resorted to war. That it was only if the other nation wasn't amicable, wasn't open to peace, that's when they would engage in battle. And so I think we can learn a lot from this. I think it's a very beautiful lesson in that we need to give people the opportunity to be kind, to be friendly, and to change. And we have to give them the benefit of the doubt that they are going to do that. But if we repeatedly see in their behaviors that we've asked them nicely to change and that they continue in the behavior that is irritating or harmful to us, then we have to take it to bigger, more drastic measures. We have to escalate the situation. So a couple of examples that came to mind would be, one, as an example, let's say you have a neighbor who's playing really loud music late at night. So rather than immediately filing a noise complaint and not giving them an opportunity, first, it's sort of the thing that we would learn here is first, again, if you think it's safe, to go knock on their door politely and say, "Hey, it's a little loud, can you turn it down?" And if they do, then beautiful, you made peace, the situation's over, not a big deal. But if they continue to persistently play this loud music after you've asked them not to, then perhaps filing a noise complaint would be appropriate. Or a different example, let's say that you have a friend and they're gossiping a lot and you're really trying to work on not gossiping. So you tell your friend, you say, "Hey, I would really appreciate it if you didn't gossip around me. I don't want to hear it, I don't want to speak it." Your friend might respect that, and that's a beautiful and peaceful resolution. But if your friend is continuing to persistently gossip around you, then perhaps you need to distance yourself from that person as a result of their inability to listen to your needs and what's important to you. And so I think the Parsha teaches us this very beautiful lesson in that we first need to approach situations where we call out for peace. We say, "Hey, here's something that I feel that might be different from what you feel. Can we find a common ground?" And that's such an important first step. And only if we cannot find a common ground do we take it to the next level. And so I think that's a powerful lesson that we can learn from this week's Parsha. I wish you all a wonderful week and a Shabbat Shalom, and I look forward to speaking with you next time.